Counterplay inside, picking his way back to the 10, to the 5.
It's time for high school sports, right here on your home for local sports, the NCWLIFE Channel. Today's broadcast is brought to you by August Edge Real Estate, Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, Confluence Health, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Doghouse Motorsports, Global Car Care, the Highlander Golf Course and Grill, JDSA Law, Laura Mounter Real Estate, Les Schwab Tires, One Way Construction, Pat Armstrong Ford Lincoln, Save Mart, Sangster Motors, Wenatchee Power Sports, Earthwise Pet, and Chelan Douglas Casa. And now let's get ready for high school sports. It starts now on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel.
Well, good evening, and thanks for joining us here for volleyball. First time in nearly 600 days we get to broadcast volleyball here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Eric Granstrom with you here tonight at Eastmont High School, where the Wildcats at 7-1 on the season are taking on the Moses Lake Chiefs at 2-7. Moses Lake graduated a ton of seniors off of a club that went to state here in 2019. That's how long it's been since we broadcast. In fact, Corinne Davis, the head coach for Eastmont, was pregnant the last time we were here. She's got a new bouncing baby boy, and she's got her team playing really well. We'll talk with both coaches coming up here as we get ready for volleyball tonight, the first of 3 in a week on the NCWLIFE Channel. We'll have more from Eastmont right after this.
Doghouse Motorsports just won Best Motorsports Store for the 7th year in a row. Is it the great facility? Is it the fantastic products? Or is it?
I'm Bobby.
And I'm Tabor.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Glenn.
Hi, I'm Todd.
I'm Jeff.
And this is the Doghouse Service Team.
Hi, I'm Dee.
And I'm Dwayne.
And I'm Kathy.
Come on in and experience the Doghouse.
Are you in the Doghouse?
Show continues here on the NCWLIFE Channel as we get ready for Eastmont and Moses Lake. Normally Big 9, it's now NCW Regional. It doesn't matter, they're playing ball. Corinne Davis joining us now, and I'll tell you what, for someone who didn't have a lot of chance to work with these girls, 7-1, that's pretty good, Coach.
Yeah, we're feeling pretty good about this season, especially like you said, coming in, not having a lot of time. They definitely hit the ground running.
We mentioned 91 days since we did volleyball last. Last time we talked to you, you were pregnant, not feeling good. How old's your boy now?
He'll be a year next month. Yeah, that's how long we haven't had volleyball. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it is.
No, so definitely a whole new perspective for me too.
Well, we saw the little boy here. Beautiful. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So let's talk about what you are expecting instead of a child. Now you're expecting your team to come out and play well tonight. What are you looking for?
I am hoping that we can keep up our fast tempo, a little faster pace than the last time we matched up with Moses Lake. They have a couple things they want to practice running, so we'll see if we get that opportunity or not.
You're coming off a real challenge. You came out on top. What does that do for your girls and the confidence coming into this one?
I think that was a huge confidence booster last week, going against Ephrata and coming out on top. I know they were really hyped to practice, so I'm hoping we can transfer that to today and also transfer it to this coming Saturday, because that'll be a big matchup too.
Yeah, and we'll have that one here on the NCWLIFE Channel as Eastmont travels across the river to take on Wenatchee. But first things first, they'll take on Moses Lake. Coach, keep everybody healthy tonight and have some fun.
Yes, thank you so much.
You bet. Corinne Davis joining us on the pregame show. We'll come back with Jen Gehring, talk about the Moses Lake Chiefs on the way next on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Make being home fun again. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa has just what you need to bring fun back into your backyard. We have a wide selection of artesian spas and swim spas, new and used to choose from. We are happy to announce we are now selling Rainbow Kids play structures with 50 models to choose from. To help finish off your entertainment area, we have patio furniture and Komodo Joe grills. At Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, we have just what you need to bring family fun and entertainment to your backyard. Stop by today.
on the NCW Life Channel. Now talking with the head coach for the Moses Lake Chiefs, and that is Jen Gehring. Well, Jen, you graduated a lot of folks off of the last time you had a team. Tell me about trying to get through COVID and get these girls to play volleyball once again.
Yeah, it's been a challenge. I mean, we still had a good turnout, luckily, but yeah, we graduated 8 seniors, so it's a rebuilding year and trying to go through and deal with the COVID, regulations and requirements that we have to do, plus teach the girls skills that they're not quite confident in. Has been a challenge, but they've been stepping up.
That's got to be the hardest thing, is not having the access to the girls like you did, like summertime, that camps and things like that.
Right, yeah. So we couldn't make the progress that we would have needed, for a full season. But they've really, really stepped in, and they're focusing, and they're playing really good ball. I mean, we have 2 returning players. We only have that experience, and they're doing really well for what the experience they have.
So in that, you guys are coming off a win. So what are you looking for tonight against Eastmont?
Well, my goals for tonight is quick transitions. They got to improve their skills from Quincy. This is a faster-paced game, so they have to really transition fast and read the ball.
Well, best of luck tonight. Keep everybody healthy.
Thank you. Same to you.
There you go. Jen Gehring joining us here with Moses Lake. We'll come back and get tonight's starting lineups right after this on the NCW Life Channel.
By working together as a community, we can all play a part in promoting children's well-being and strengthening families. April is National Child Abuse Prevention Month. Chelan Douglas CASA is dedicated to supporting families and reducing the risk of child abuse and neglect. Join us in our community-wide Pinwheel project and help keep kids safe. If you suspect a child is being abused or neglected, please call 1-866-363-4276.
And welcome back once again to Eastmont High School, getting ready for this matchup between the Wildcats and the Moses Lake Chiefs. Eric Granstrom here courtside on the NCW Life Channel. First of our 4 broadcasts here this week, as we'll have volleyball tonight, football on Friday. We'll be back here at Eastmont High School for the Wildcats and the Afraid Tigers. And then coming up Saturday, a double dip for you will be a Lee Bofto Field in the Apple Bowl for Wenatchee on Saturday against Moses Lake in girls soccer. I'll be along with Matt Weisen on your play-by-play. And then Saturday night we'll be at Wenatchee High School for the rematch of Wenatchee and Eastmont. That will be with a 6:20 pregame, 6:30 first serve. Coming up Saturday night here on the NCW Life Channel, your home for local sports. So let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups as announced by both head coaches. First for the visitors, Moses Lake, as I mentioned, coming in with a record of 2-7. Head coach is Jen Gehring. She's assisted by Crystal Trammell, Kelsey Harper, and Victoria Hanneberg. Starters tonight will be Samantha Shelton, a 5'10 senior. She wears number 8. Number 12 is Callie Randall, a 5'8 senior. 28 is Reagan Hoffines, a 5'6 sophomore. Wearing number 29 is Cece Trineman, a 5'6 sophomore. 31 is Annalise Hernandez, a 5'5 sophomore. And Sydney McDonald is a 5'6 sophomore. So right away, you see the big difference here for Moses Lake after graduating 8 seniors off of that team that went into the postseason here back in 2019. The libero tonight for Coach Gehring will be wearing number 55, Jaslyn Valdez-Torres, a 5'5 sophomore. The non-starters for Moses Lake include Morgan Ross, a 5'6 freshman, Melissa Carlson, a 5'7 senior, Shelby McPherson, a 5'8 junior, Sydney Thomas, a 5'6 junior, Tegan Wiltbank, a 5'6 junior, and Kylie Ross, who is up from the JV squad. She's a 5'7 freshman. Moses Lake started the season with a loss at Cashmere. Then they beat Omak at Cashmere on the opening weekend on February 27th. 3-2 the score in that win. Then they lost 6 straight before coming out with a win against Quincy on the road, 3-1 here last Saturday. After tonight, they will be at Ephrata. Actually, they'll play against Wenatchee at Ephrata this week from Saturday at 2:30, and then they'll take on the Ephrata Tigers at 6 o'clock in the final game of the season. Meanwhile, for the Eastmont Wildcats, their hit lineup, and as announced by head coach Corinne Davis, with a record of 7-1. The assistants are Joe Gwynn, Megan Gehring, and Shelby Hoff. Now, if that Megan Gehring sounds familiar, and wait a minute, you just said that Jen Gehring is the head coach at Moses Lake. They're cousins. Starters tonight for Coach Davis: Ashlyn Grasseth, a 5'9 junior; Kaylin Schmitten, a 5'7 senior; Sarah Peterson, a 5'8 junior; Emma Bennett, a 5'9 sophomore; Riley Hirsch, a 5'10 senior; and Elena Just, a 5'6 senior. The libero for Eastmont is wearing number 9. That's Brenda Calvillo, a 5'6 junior. The non-starters for Coach Corinne Davis here tonight is Isabel Massey, a 5'6 senior; Rachel Hamilton, a 5'6 sophomore; Tara Wolsborn is a 5'6 sophomore; Catherine Loomis, a 5'5 senior; and Tamron Heimbigner, a 5'9 sophomore. Eastmont started off the season with a loss to Chelan, 3-0. That same day they came back with a win against Wenatchee, 3-1, and it's been wins ever since against Quincy, Kashmir, Cascade, Moses Lake, and as we mentioned, Ephrata last weekend, a 3-2 decision up in Omak before beating the Pioneers 3-0. After tonight's, as we mentioned, they'll be taking on Wenatchee Saturday night at 6:30. Prior to that 6:30 matchup, they'll have a rematch with Chelan, their only loss of the season. That'll be at 2:30 on Saturday. And then next week, we'll be back here on March 31st for their match against Ephrata at 7 o'clock here on the NCWLIFE Channel. That'll be a week from tonight on March 31st. Our broadcast tonight on the NCWLIFE Channel brought to you in part by Pat Armstrong Ford Lincoln, home with a lifetime warranty. At Pat Armstrong Ford Lincoln, customer satisfaction is number one. Stop in by today. Also by Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa. Great service with a personal touch. That's their commitment to you. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa provides a different kind of full-service care that gives their clients peace of mind. Visit their showroom today. Also by Chelan Douglas Casa, court-appointed special advocates for children, and Highlander Golf Course and Grill. Enjoy your day at Highlander Golf Course. Reserve your next tee time or plan a party in one of their simulator rooms. You don't have to be a member to dine in style as well at the Grill. Give them a call today at Highlander Golf Course and Grill. We have the anthem coming up. They're announcing the starters and non-starters tonight here at Eastmont High School. Finally in Phase 3, finally able to have some fans in the stands, so a little excitement here, a buzz, if you will, for this varsity match. It's Moses Lake, it's Eastmont. In the old days, it was Big 9. In COVID days, it's just regional volleyball, and they're happy to be playing it. And we'll have it for you next, coming up here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
If you're like me, you're already dreaming about the summer, enjoying it with friends and family in the backyard. Don't get discouraged with the chilly breeze of spring just yet. There is still work to be done, and the warmer temperatures are just around the corner. If you've been thinking about when to get your backyard ready for summer, come on down to Blue Lagoon, now scheduling pool openings. Ask us why we think you should open your pool sooner rather than later. Call today. Scheduling is filling up fast.
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we had gone to a cheap tire store instead, I'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
During the Les Schwab Spring Tire Sale, save up to $200 when you bundle select tires, wheels, and brakes. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
At Earthwise Pet, we take an all-natural approach to wellness and nutrition. Our professional certified groomers were trained by the best in the Pacific Northwest. Our staff here at Earthwise Pet are all certified in pet nutrition. We are here to help you select the perfect food, supplement, and anything else you may need to make sure your pet is living its best and most healthy life. Earthwise Pet, Nutrition Center and Wellness Spa. Online or in the store, we are here for you.
Take on the new year in a new Ford from Pat Armstrong Ford. From premium grade muscle to unparalleled performance. Take on any payload. The all-new 2021 Ford F-150 at Pat Armstrong Ford. Take on any adventure. Take on every thrill. The all-new 2021 Bronco Sport and 2021 Mustang Mach-E. Built to take on every resolution at Pat Armstrong Ford. We are community strong in East Wenatchee.
There's something right about the world when you have a national anthem played in a high school gymnasium with sports about ready to happen. Eric Granstrom with you here courtside at Eastmont High School as we get ready for volleyball action tonight on the NCWLIFE Channel. First time in 591 days that we've been able to broadcast high school volleyball here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Last time was October 22nd of 2019. Yeah, it's been a while. The officials tonight, the referee, main head referee is Bill Lieber. Daniel Ouellette is their secondary referee as we get ready for action here tonight. They had a coin toss, and that determines who gets the first serve. And I believe Eastmont will have the first serve. But then, you know, as soon as I say that, I'll be wrong. Eastmont in the whites with the black Spanx. Moses Lake in the maroon tops with the white numerals trimmed in gold and the black Spanx. My daughter played volleyball back in the day for Liberty Bell High School. And, of course, as a father, I was like, why in the world do they insist on you guys wearing those shorts? And she says, they're actually pretty comfortable, Dad. Then why are you guys pulling on them the entire game? You know, one of those things. So it's a new world, if you will, for high school sports of having fans in the stands, so that's pretty fun. It's also, I mean, we're only, 8 games into the season, 9 games for Moses Lake, and it's still all new. They've got a whole bunch of youngsters on the roster here for Moses Lake after graduating 8 seniors. We mentioned how many sophomores are in the starting lineup here. They've got, 4 or 5 sophomores in the starting lineup. So they're making sure everybody's in the right spot before we get started here. Again, out there for Eastmont, it's Ashlyn Grasseth, Kaylin Schmitten, Sarah Peterson, Emma Bennett, Riley Hirsch, and Elena Just. Libero is Brenda Calvillo. She's in the red jersey with the number 9, and she'll quickly come in and replace Grasseth. Now we'll see where the ball is. Don't have a ball on the floor yet. That's one thing we'll have to do. Danielle will probably grab a ball and head it to the right side. Moses Lake will have the service. And first serve of the game will be Sydney McDonald, the 5'6" sophomore, will lead things off here at Eastmont High School. Thank you for joining us, no matter where you are tonight. Good service in. Hustling play for Eastmont. They get it over. Nice save by Moses Lake, but the ball caroms off of the hand of Hernandez out of bounds. It'll be a point to Eastmont. As up front, it was Sarah Peterson who got the ball back over the net and gets the point for the Wildcats. First score of the game. Now the service for Eastmont will be Elena Just, the 5'6" senior. Jump serve. Handled well by Moses Lake. Chiefs get it back over as Samantha Shelton got it over the net. Libero setting, and again Peterson for Eastmont. Gets it to the back line, to the libero for Moses Lake, and that is Sydney McDonald back there. Nice kill attempt up high was Riley Hirsch. Again, Shelton there for Moses Lake to get it back over. Eastmont sets it up for Peterson. Back line it goes up front. Rotation around. Did they get it over? Yes, they did in Moses Lake. Good job for Peterson to get the ball in play for Eastmont. Here's an opportunity at the net. Shelton gets it back over for Moses Lake. Good volley here on our second point of the game. The set and a little touch, and Eastmont there on the back line. Good job by Schmitten to get a hold of that. This one's a little bit deep, though. Or was it touched? It was touched by Moses Lake at the net on a kill attempt over there for Eastmont by Emma Bennett. So 2-0 our score early. Eastmont on top as continuing to serve is Elena Just. Into the net it goes, but it falls in for a point. Sometimes you love those happy accidents. Ball caromed off the top of the net, and that took all the speed out of it and didn't allow Moses Lake Sidney McDonald to have a chance at that one. Again, Just on the serve. This time catches a little bit too much net. It'll be a point, the first of the first game for Moses Lake. 3-1 the scores. The Chiefs get the service back. This time it'll be Annalise Hernandez, a 5'5 sophomore, with the right-handed serve for the Chiefs. Nice job getting it over to the libero Calvillo. Up front it goes. Peterson, cross court, right side, left to right she goes. A little touch by Moses Lake. Getting it over was Reagan Huffines. Beautiful touch at the net. This is going to be a scramble play for the Chiefs. Shelton did get it over. Back line it goes, and a nice job by Calvillo tracking that one down. Up front to Peterson. She'll touch it across. But right there, Moses Lake, good rotation. And a block at the net. And what do we have? Point for the Chiefs. Or no, 4 hits. It'll be a point for Eastmont. Apparently touched twice on one of the Chiefs, or a couple of the Chiefs on their side of the net. So point to Eastmont. Service for the Wildcats. Peterson. Sarah Peterson with the serve. Up front it goes. McDonald to Shelton. Calvillo, nice job of getting that ball alive by Just. They got it over the net. What a play. Back line it goes. There's Calvillo. Up front, kill attempt. Moses Lake up to the challenge. On the kill up front for Kaylin Schmitten. Working on that front left for Eastmont. Back line it goes. Another scramble opportunity for Moses Lake. They do track it down. Nice job. Calvillo from the back line. Deep shots, and out of bounds it goes. Good hit by Brenda Calvillo. Helping with the point for Eastmont. Went all the way back into Valdez Torres. Not much Jaslyn could do with that one. Jump serve again. Great serve by Sarah Peterson. They get it over the net, and then quickly it comes back. Chiefs with it. Cross court. Nice job by Peterson on the back line to get that one. Now a little touch, and it goes down for a point, and another great play by Kaylin Schmitten. 5'7 senior coming through for Eastmont. Kaylin gave me some help before the game. Of course, Kaylin, one of our top 10 candidates for the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival royalty. Beautiful serve by Sarah Peterson. Right back in the lap of Annalise Hernandez. And another point for Eastmont, leading it 7-1 here in the first. Best of 3. They'll go 5 if they have to. Peterson again, back line. Having a hard time with it with Moses Lake, but they do get it across. This time it's going to be a point as it goes outside the antenna. And that's out. Substitution for Eastmont. Peterson will come in, and in for the first time is Catherine Loomis, a 5'5 senior. Also a substitution as Callie Randall will come into the game for the Chiefs. Meanwhile, the service is by their libero, Valdez Torres. Eastmont handling every serve so far offered up by the Chiefs. Front line it'll go, and right to the one who just checked in for the Chiefs, Callie Randall. And a beautiful kill. Point to the sky by Riley Hirsch. Emma Bennett will come out. Back in comes Ashlyn Grasseth. And it'll be Brenda Calvillo on the service for Eastmont. From the left side with the right hand, leading it 8-2. Beauty jump serve. Back line it goes, and there is, Torres, Valdez Torres. Up front kill attempt. Boy, that's nearly touching the rafters here. But Moses Lake able to get it back. Oh, hit off the speaker, and that's going to be a play and a point for Eastmont. It started up front by Kaylin Schmitten on the kill attempt. Moses Lake was up to the task to the point until the ball hit the speakers high off the ceiling here at Eastmont High School. Another jump serve for Calvillo. Up front line it goes to McDonald, and her setup for Callie Randall. Randall couldn't handle it, and we're going to get a timeout taken by Moses Lake. We'll take a 30-second break on the broadcast. 10-2 our score here in the first. You're watching volleyball tonight on the NCWLIFE Channel. Highlander Golf Course is proud to announce their 2 new state-of-the-art full-swing golf simulators with over 80 courses of virtual golf to choose from year-round. Or try their Laser Shot simulated firearm program, or gaming with football, basketball, and much more. Enjoy Highlander food and drink service from their full-service bar and grill in the comfort of their simulator room. Call the Highlander Pro Shop to book your time at 884-4653. That's 884-4653. After the Moses Lake timeout, Eastmont still on the serve as it's being handled by Brenda Calvillo. Right-handed serve from the left side. High arcing serve will be handled by Valdez Torres. To the front line for the push there from C.C. Trillman. Trillman there with the block. It's Randall with the block. But it falls on her side of that. Another point for Eastmont. They're up 11-2 in control here in the first of our best of 3 tonight at Eastmont High School. Valdez Torres again, it's Calvillo on the service for Eastmont. This time, back line, Calvillo is there. They'll get it back up front. Beautiful little touch and a dink for Eastmont's Kaylin Schmitten. And a point. Good job of looking through the net, reading the defense where they weren't, and finding the hole in the pond. And thanks to that terminology from our good friend Leanne Branham. Jump serve again for Calvillo. Back line it goes up front. And now the kill attempt for Moses Lake by Trillman. Here's a left-handed kill from the right front corner by Eastmont's Riley Hirsch. Second kill of the game for Hirsch, and another point for the Wildcats. 13-2. Eastmont on top. Again, Moses Lake coming off of a win last weekend at Quincy. 3-1. Back line, let's see. They're going to say it went outside the antenna. So sticking up from the net, you'll see these red and white antennas. If the ball goes outside of that, then that means it is out of bounds, and that cannot be played. So a point for Eastmont. 14-2 the score. Again, Calvillo doing a wonderful job serving. Back line it goes to Valdez Torres. Then up front, then a little kill attempt. But right there with a block is Grassick. Kill attempt up front for Randall. But the Wildcats with that tall front line right now, able to take care of business. Again, Calvillo, 1 point after another here. Set the spike and out of bounds, kind of off the hand a little awkwardly for Callie Randall. As Coach Jen Gehring comes out, claps her hands, trying to get her girls to get back into this game. Trailing at 16-2. Up front, boy, that's a tough way to set it, and we're going to get under the net against Moses Lake, or into the net by the Chiefs. All starts off that to return of the serve. Now, return gets too close to the net, it makes it nearly impossible to get the next 2 hits. Again, Calvillo served most of the points of this game. Backline, much better return that time for Moses Lake if they get it across. Let's see if we can get a volley going here. Heck, no way. Not with the kill by Ashlyn Grassick. Middle blocker for Eastmont comes through with the kill, as she and their teammate Riley Hirsch exchange from glances over the top of their masks. Calvillo, back line, goes off of the arms of Jaslyn Valdez Torres, out of bounds. Another point for Eastmont. Another timeout going to be taken here by Coach Gehring. We're going to stay right here on the NCW Life Channel. Our broadcast tonight brought to you by Doghouse Motorsports, now featuring the full line of on and off-road Husqvarna motorcycles. Also by Sangster Motors. The American Challenge is on at Sangster Motors, home of the all-new Yukon SUV. Well, as I mentioned, first of our 4 broadcasts here this week on the NCW Life Channel. We'll be back at Eastmont on Friday for football. Grant Olson will join me for the Wildcats and the Afraid of Tigers, 6:30 with a pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff. And then Saturday, 2 for your pleasure. Moses Lake and Wenatchee girls soccer at 1 o'clock with our 12:50 pregame. I'll be with Matt Wisen on the play-by-play. And then at 6:20, Eastmont and Wenatchee volleyball from Wenatchee High School. I'll be courtside for that one. After the timeout by the Chiefs, 19-2 score, as Calvillo just has been on fire here. Back line it goes to Valdez-Torres again. They did a substitution there during the break as Annalise Hernandez got in, and it will be out a little bit too deep on her hit. So another point to Eastmont. 5 away from winning this first game. Valdez would love to Calvillo would love to just finish it up right here. Front line it goes. Now the jump by Randall. Was it in? No, it was outside of the antenna, so it's out of bounds. In the middle of, so we'll have to wait. 21-2 the score, and another jump serve for Calvillo. Back line it goes. Up front, and had to go underhand with it by Huffines. Now the kill by Eastmont. Nice job of deflecting it at the line, at the net here by Moses Lake. And this time it is no. I thought it was in, but no, not quite by Reagan Huffines. Boy, that was awfully close. But just out down the line in front of the Eastmont bench. 22-2. Eastmont taking care of business here in this first game, and a low return. Chiefs do get it over, though. Nice job by Trineman. Kill at the net, and again, Eastmont. Just powerful up front. Well, Corinne Davis said she wanted to have a lot of pace here, but right now it's about big hits up front. Calvillo again. Beautiful serve. Back line to Valdez-Torres. Up front it goes to Randall. Back line, there's Calvillo. Up front, reverse set right to Riley Hirsch. Now a little touch across the net for Moses Lake. They'll set it up for the dink. In the pond it goes, splashing down by Kaylin Schmitten. Another point for her. And Eastmont 1 away from winning this first one. All Wildcats in this opener. Calvillo has served most of the match. Randall, cross court, back line. Back there for Eastmont was Loomis. Now the kill attempt. That may have been long, but Moses Lake returns it. Calvillo will set it up for it. Now the block at the line. Nice job on the block. Eastmont gets it back over, and volley continues. Valdez-Torres will get it up to Huffines. They get it over. Back line again for Loomis. Up front, here's the kill attempt. It goes off the arms on the strike by Grasseth, and it will be a point to Eastmont, and the Wildcats win the first one here by a score of 25-2. We'll take a 60-second break and come back. You're watching volleyball tonight here on the NCWLIFE Channel as well as the NFHS Network.
My name is Brian Thorpe. I own Global Car Care in Wenatchee and have been here for about 25 years.
Brian started Global Car Care as Brian's automotive alternative on Orondo Street.
Some customers were following Brian since Brian's automotive time.
No, we're just grateful to be part of this community. This is where I grew up. We want to do our part to be a valuable part of this community. We want to thank you for trusting our business for 25 years.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you get 35 years of experience and customer service in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's friendly staff strongly believe in repairing before replacing and service all major brands of HVAC units. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning is your local, independent, trained comfort specialists, proudly serving all of North Central Washington. Call 884-6444 today.
Save Mart is the place to go if you are in the market for home furnishings. They have rows and rows of sofas, love seats, recliners, and chairs, and a vast array of fabrics and colors. Name brands include Ashley, Best, and Stanton. With pictures, lamps, and tables to complement your new furniture, Save Mart is a one-stop shop. Save Mart offers 12-month special financing on approval of credit. Save Mart also offers free delivery, setup, and haul away in their service area. Serving the Wenatchee Valley for over 50 years. Located on North Wenatchee Avenue, or visit online at savemart.net.
Welcome back once again here to Eastmont High School as the Wildcats win the opener here 25-2. And due to COVID restrictions, the teams do not, as they normally would, change sides of the net. So everybody stays where they are because that's where they sat, so that's where they put sweat on chairs and things like that. So it's easier then to go through and try to, clean everything down to the bone. It's easier just to have the team stay on their side of the net, so that's what happens here. Our broadcast on the NCW Life Channel brought to you by Wenatchee Power Sports, now featuring Polaris, Yamaha, KTM, and Beta sales, parts, and service. Also by August Edge Real Estate, your personal real estate agency will serve full service, offered at just a 2% listing fee. Appreciate you joining us here tonight as Eastmont. And give the huge credit to Brenda Calvillo, who I think of those 25 points in the opener, served 17 of those points, I want to say. So Calvillo with a fantastic job of serving for the Eastmont Wildcats. Again, our second referee, Daniel Ouellette, is making sure everybody is where they should be here for the second game. See who we have out there for Eastmont. Isabel Massey's on the front line, along with Emma Bennett and Kaylin Schmitten. The back line is Rachel Hamilton, along with the libero Brenda Calvillo, as well as Tori Wolsborn. Meanwhile, for Moses Lake, looks like up front, it is Kylie Ross, along with Callie Randall. Also in is Sydney Thomas. The back line, we'll get this for you here in a moment after the service, first of which is handled by Valdez Torres in the back line. They'll get it over to Randall. Back line it will go. Eastmont keeps it alive. Over to a swinging arm shot by Kaylin Schmitten. She got it over. Now the kill attempt. Cross court goes out of bounds off of the fist of Kylie Ross. At a point for Eastmont. Also in the back line here for Moses Lake is Sydney McDonald wearing number 49. The libero in the white jersey is that of Jaslyn Valdez Torres. And at 23 back there is Tegan Wiltbank. Up front for Randall. Eastmont is there. Get a jump kill by Kaylin Schmitten. Touched by Moses Lake. Right at the net. And a nice swipe there for Eastmont up front by Emma Bennett. Back line, Calvillo will get it. Now the kill attempt at the net. Skips off a Chief hand. Chiefs keep it alive. Nice job getting it over that time by McDonald. Scrambling, but Valdez Torres gets it back over. Calvillo on the back line. The set up front by Hamilton. The kill attempt is going to go out of bounds and be a point for Eastmont. On a beautiful set up front, and the kill by Schmitten. Again, Rachel Hamilton, the 5'6" sophomore, on the service here for Eastmont. Right-handed serve from the right side of the back row for the Wildcats. Back line it goes to Wiltbank. They'll get it up to Randall. And a little deep this time on the kill by Schmitten. Goes out of bounds. It'll be a point to Moses Lake. 2-1 our score. See if the Chiefs can keep this one closer this time around after falling 25-2 in the opener. The service by McDonald. Back line to Calvillo. Up front chasing it down is Hamilton. She'll get it up on the hit by Wolsborn, but it's too long, and a point to Moses Lake. We're tied at 2. Again, Sydney McDonald, the 5'6" sophomore, on the serve. She'll flat foot serve it. Calvillo going to have to get it back over. She does. To Valdez Torres. Up front it goes to McDonald, and the kill attempt, and too long off of the fist of Kylie Ross. Substitution here for Moses Lake, as in will come Shelby McPherson, and she'll replace Sydney Thomas. Meanwhile, service for Eastmont will be by Kaylin Schmitten. 5'7" senior will get her first serve of the night. Running serve. Boy, that is a hard one to handle, but Moses Lake does. Valdez Torres gets it over. Calvillo, nice job down to a knee. The set, the little soft touch by Sarah Peterson at the line. Moses Lake kind of out of kilter and going to give up a point here. The set came way over to the far left side to Kylie Ross, but she had no angle to get that ball over the net. Now a little conversation between our head referee, Bill Lieber, and one of the Wildcats. Coming to the near side to relay a message to the coach is Tori Woolsborne. Woolsborne has the conversation with her coach, Corinne Davis, who kind of looks questioningly at her bench and the scorer's table. And meanwhile, we're back in action. And a hit at the net, a little bit too strong here by Callie Randall. And it's a point for Eastmont. Corinne Davis still wondering exactly what the conversation with the official was about. Meanwhile, the service back line by Schmitten. Again, tough serve. The set near side and the kill attempt by McPherson. Eastmont back the other way. Kill is up front by Massey. Little touch here, a little too soft by Ross. Point to Eastmont. Both coaches on their feet in front of their benches, hollering instructions at every bump, set, spike. Beautiful job by Eastmont up front by Emma Bennett. That ball came across quickly off of the serve in the return, so she just says, okay, have it back. Point to Eastmont. Kaylin with the service again. Back line it goes. Nice return here by Wiltbank. They'll get it up front on the swipe by McPherson. Over to set for Eastmont. Got it back over. So again, up front, Bennett says, hey, have it back. Back line it goes. Too deep. And will be a point to Eastmont on a deep shot by Kylie Ross. Youth movement on at Moses Lake. They're learning as they go, folks. That's how she happens. And again with the service. Back line. Good return here for Wiltbank. They got it up on the rotation. Eastmont. Calvillo gets it over from the back line. Reverse set. And we're going to get double hit here on the reverse set to McPherson. On the attempt by McDonald. So again, another point to Eastmont. Schmitten, that flat palm serve, tough to handle. Kill attempt again, just doesn't quite have the angle on the jump, does Shelby McPherson. And we're going to get a substitution here as into the game comes Cece Trineman. And out will come Sydney McDonald, and Sturvis still in the clutches of Kaylin Schmitten. Just making sure that the substitution is correct and making sure that they're in the right rotation is Moses Lake. Schmitten on the service, leading at 10-2. Back line it goes, and boy, that's a tough one. Nice job to get it over. It came off the return by Shelby McPherson. Came right to the net. Not a lot of choices there for Randall, but she just got it over. And a point for the Chiefs. Snaps a string there of about 6 points in a row by Kaylin Schmitten for Eastmont. Into the game for Eastmont comes Catherine Loomis. And the serve for the Chiefs will be by Melissa Carlson, 5'7" senior. Well, a few seniors on the club. Her serve a little bit off the mark, goes wide, and will be out of bounds at a point to Eastmont. Grasseth will come back in. And out of the lineup comes Emma Bennett. And here comes Calvillo. It's not good news if you're Moses Lake. Deep serve. Valdez Torres is there. She'll get it back, but we're going to get a double hit whistled against Moses Lake, and Cece Trineman not quite getting the hands together, so it's caroming off the one hand and then hitting the other. That's considered two hits. Can't do that. Brenda Calvillo, who served about 17 points in our first game, back there to serve again for Eastmont. Moses Lake gets it over this time. Reverse on the set. Kill attempt by Massey, and it will fall in for a point. Massey getting high fives all around up front. We're going to get a timeout taken by Moses Lake. We'll take a 30-second break as well on the broadcast. 13-3 our score here in the second game. Eastmont on top by 10. You're watching volleyball tonight here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
My name is Brian Thorpe. I own Global Car Care in Wenatchee and have been here for about 25 years.
Brian started Global Car Care as Brian's automotive alternative on Orondo Street.
Some customers were following Brian since Brian's automotive time.
No, we're just grateful to be part of this community. This is where I grew up. We want to do our part to be a valuable part of this community. We want to thank you for trusting our business for 25 years.
Service by Calvillo after the timeout by the Chiefs, and the Moses Lake does a great job on the rotation that time as they got it over from Hoffines. But a big line movement for Eastmont on the kill by Tori Woolsborne, and the Wildcats get the point. 14-3 the score. Brenda Calvillo continues on the service. Back line. Valdez Torres is there. Up front it goes, and a beautiful job finding the hole. Or did she go under the net? She did. Oh, that's too bad. It was a great idea by Reagan Hoffines. Sophomore decided to go cross court with it. She accomplished the feat of getting it in, but unfortunately she went under the net in her momentum. Point to Eastmont. Hoffines, the set. A little touch at the net by Randall. The kill attempt skips off the nets off of the hand of Woolsborne. Little lift by Moses Lake, and it's in. Wow, give the great touch there to Callie Randall. It's been kind of an adventure for her so far. Shelton will check back in for the Chiefs as Randall will go back to serve it here, trailing at 15-4. Good serve for Randall. Up front it comes to Eastmont. Grasseth is there for the kill attempt. Moses Lake scrambling. Shelton gets it over, but is it too deep? It is. Nice running attempt over there for the Chiefs by Shelby McPherson just to keep that ball alive after the return of the serve by Eastmont. Substitution here for Eastmont as Elena Just comes in. She will head back to serve as Isabel Massey takes a seat. Good several minutes there for Massey at the net for Eastmont. And Just on the serve. Cross court she'll go. Getting down to return it was McPherson. Kill attempt from the back line, and this one is out on the kill up front. Good elevation by Riley Hirsch, just a little bit too strong on the hit. Sydney Thomas returns in the lineup here for Moses Lake. She'll head back to serve as Shelby McPherson takes a seat. And here is the service by Thomas. Got it over. Front line it will come. And the kill by Grasseth on the beautiful set by Elena Just. Right from the middle of the lineup here for Eastmont at the net, and she had her choices of where to go. She was able to get up high and get the angles. Kaylin Schmitten comes back in. And back to serve is Tori Woolsborne. Boy, that's a tough serve. Knuckleball coming across the net, and Moses Lake lets it go. Good idea by the back row. Good communication there by Jaslyn Valdez Torres. Substitution for the Chiefs as Kylie Ross that is, comes back into the lineup. And the service will be Reagan Hoffines. Back line it goes to Calvillo. Up front, reverse set, and the kill attempt, a little soft by Riley Hirsch. Cross court on the return for Moses Lake. Scrambling play for Just, and Eastmont got it over, but then the block and then the touch and the point. Riley Hirsch with a right hand, just enough to get it in. Substitution for Moses Lake. Chiefs will bring Tegan Wiltbank back in, and Reagan Hoffines will sit down. Ashlyn Grasseth will serve here for Eastmont, leading it 18-6. And this serve goes right into the net. How many of you set up the volleyball net in the backyard, the family picnic at the beach, and go ahead and try that jump serve. See how well you do on it. It takes a lot of practice. Eastmont on the return. Backline Valdez-Torres comes up front. Kill attempt in the middle of the net by Sydney Thomas. A little too deep, though. Point to Eastmont. Substitutions for the Wildcats into the game because Isabel Massey and Rachel Hamilton, Riley Hirsch, and Lena Just will come out. So a shorter lineup in for Eastmont and Corinne Davis. By the way, congratulations to Corinne and her husband on the birth of their son, Tyreek. Beautiful serve, and that'll go in as an ace here for Eastmont and for Rachel Hamilton. But yeah, the last time we were doing volleyball back in October of 2019, Corinne was pregnant, not feeling so good, but the result, a beautiful baby boy, almost a year old now, for goodness sakes. Set up front, block attempt at the net for Eastmont. They get it back, and they hit across by Kaylin Schmitten. Now the kill attempt is a little soft, and it hit the top of the net and was rejected back into Moses Lake off the kill attempt by Kylie Ross. Didn't quite get enough of it there. 21-7 Eastmont on top. Rachel Hamilton again on the service. Back line, it will come to Thomas. Then up front on the rotation to Randall. Good chase by Calvillo. From the back line, not the greatest of angles back there for Tori Woolsborne. And it will fall into the net and a point to Moses Lake. Substitution rotation, Sydney Thomas out and Shelby McPherson in for Moses Lake and Coach Jen Gehring. And the service back line will be CeCe Turtleman. Her serve, though, a little bit wide and out of bounds. It's good to have fans present. We had fans last Friday at football at Cashmere High School. Looking forward to fans coming out Friday nights for Eastmont and Ephrata in football. Backline, the service will go to Wiltbank. They get it up front to Randall. Eastmont now on the return, and a little bit too much off the kill attempt by Tori Woolsborne. Substitution for Eastmont is Catherine Loomis. Checks back in, and Kaylin Schmitten will take a seat. Also, Moses Lake looking to rotate. Melissa Carlson is in for Kylie Ross. And Reagan Hoffines comes back in to replace Tegan Wiltbank. Service will be to Melissa Carlson. She missed on her last attempt. This one will get in, and a little trouble handling it was Tori Woolsborne, who's struggling a little bit right now. And Coach Corinne Davis says this is a good chance to talk to her, get her pumped up. Our broadcast tonight here on the NCWLIFE Channel brought to you by Jeffers, Danielson, Son, and Aylward Attorneys, serving the Wenatchee Valley with the finest professional services since 1946. Also by Laura Mounter Real Estate, rated world's best real estate firm for the Wenatchee Valley in 2020. And by One Way Construction. One Way is a premier custom home builder and general contractor in North Central Washington. One Way Construction, your project, your way. Also by Global Car Care. Your vehicle is their #1 priority. Diesels and European cars are their specialty. Pick up and drop off available. Stop by their website for more information at globalcarcare.net. Again, football on Friday night, Ephrata and Eastmont on senior nights here at Eastmont High School. 6:30 with our pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff. Grant Olson will have your play-by-play. I'll be providing color commentary. And then Saturday, I'll have double duty with Matt Wisen for girls soccer, Moses Lake and Wenatchee at 1 o'clock, followed by Eastmont and Wenatchee volleyball at 6:30. It's right here on your NCWLIFE Channel, home for local sports. So after the timeout, first of the night taken by Eastmont, Corinne Davis wanted to settle down her players, and specifically the play of Tori Woolsborne, who's right there for the kill. Great job, kiddo, for coming back after having a couple of rough moments in a row, but you're going to be able to forget those things. Grasseth will come back into the game, and Brenda Calvillo will drop back to serve here, the libero for Eastmont. 2 points away from winning this one and going up 2-0. Back line to Valdez-Torres. Up front, the block was there, but Reagan Hoffein's shot was in the middle of the net, so that was not going to do anything but be a point for Eastmont no matter what. Again, Calvillo on the serve. Jump serve, back line, Valdez-Torres. It'll go towards the nets. Moses Lake keeps it alive. They'll go back line. Here's the set for Grasseth. Another set for Grasseth, and a point, and it's in, and that'll be it for Eastmont as they win the second game 25-10 over the Moses Lake Chiefs. So one away from winning the entire match here tonight is Eastmont. We'll see if Moses Lake can rally in a 60-second timeout. Thanks for joining us for volleyball tonight on the NCWLIFE Channel. Our third game straight away, so don't go away. We'll be right back.
The world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate, available in the GMC Sierra.
Welcome back once again to Eastmont High School, getting ready for our third game of the match here tonight as Eastmont has won the first two, 25-2 and 25-10. Our broadcast tonight brought to you by Les Schwab Tires. Les Schwab takes your safety seriously every time you stop by. Also by Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, providing heating and air conditioning service and installation since 1982. Serving residential and commercial, they specialize in indoor air quality installation, service, or repair. That's Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning. Eric Granstrom here courtside on the NCWLIFE Channel. Let's see who we have in the lineup here. First for Eastmont, it'll be Ashlyn Grasseth on the back line, along with Tori Wolsborn and Riley Hirsch. Up front, Elena Just. I think I see Kaylin. Do I see Kaylin Schmitten out there? No, I don't. I see Sarah Peterson, and I see number 8. That's Emma Bennett. That's the front line. Meanwhile, for Moses Lake, up front is Morgan Ross, along with Callie Randall and Cece Trineman. The back line will be Melissa Carlson, Samantha Shelton, and Sydney McDonald. And the libero waiting to come in is Jaslyn Valdez-Torres. Also in comes the libero for Eastmont, Brenda Calvillo. Some great frontline play tonight for Eastmont. Rotation is doing well, as Schmitten, Peterson done well up front. Wolsborn, who had a moment but adjusted nicely. Riley Hirsch as well, and Elena Just. They've all done well on the front line here for the Wildcats this evening. Service will be to Moses Lake, trailing it 2-0. Back line it goes. Nice job by Grasseth to get it down low. And a kill at the line by Sarah Peterson. Skips off of a hand of a Chief and goes out of bounds. A point to Eastmont. Substitution. Here comes Catherine Loomis to replace Tori Wolsborn. And Elena Just will drop back to serve. Just with quite the run up to it. Karams off of a hand. Valdez-Torres is able to get it up far enough so they can get it back over. Calvillo, reverse sets, and beautifully done by Eastmont. Riley Hirsch, the beneficiary of a beautiful set by Elena Just. Point to Eastmont. But Just starts probably, almost 10 yards back there. and then just gets a run at this service. Down the line it comes. Moses Lake with the return. Nice job by Truman. From the back line, Shelton gets it across. Back line it comes again, and it is Melissa Carlson, letting it go out of bounds. Be a point to Moses Lake. So Carlson got the return as well as got the eyeball there to make sure that ball goes out of bounds. She'll come out as in comes Reagan Hoffines. Also into the game, Tegan Wiltbank for Moses Lake.
Server number 23, Wiltbank.
The service will be by Wiltbank here, trailing at 2-1 here in this third game. The right-handed service to the middle back, Calvillo. Just beautiful touch by Sarah Peterson. Slips off a hand out of bounds and will be a point to Eastmont. Back in for the Wildcats comes Tori Woolsborne to replace Catherine Loomis. And backline service will be Sarah Peterson. Peterson, cross court, she'll go. Nice job getting down low by Wiltbank. But the kill attempt from the back line into the net by Valdez Torres, a point to Eastmont.
On the serve, the Wildcats, number 5, Sarah Peterson.
Peterson again on the service. Cross court and a little bit too deep. Well, it was close, but a good eye back there by Tegan Wiltbank. Probably a ball width out of bounds.
Number 12, Callie Randall.
Samantha Shelton comes back in. Meanwhile, Randall on the service, and she'll go shallow with it. And wow, a beautiful attempt, flailing to the ground by Tori Woolsborne, but she cannot get enough lift on it to help her teammates. That'll go down as an ace for Callie Randall. Randall's second serve also short. That's going to come spinning out of bounds right into the scorer's table here. Another point. That's 2 in a row for Moses Lake. We can't say, honestly, we've had that too many times. In fact, the Chiefs have not even led in this one, but a chance here. The set, the kill at the net, and it will go off of Eastmont and a point to Moses Lake. Chiefs with a rally here. Woolsborne working with just over there, but just could not get it over the line, over the net. So the service continues for Callie Randall. Moses Lake leading for the first time tonight. Again, a soft serve. Just, and a touch, and a double touch, and that's going to be a point to Eastmont. Samantha Shelton claiming to her coach that it was touched on the defensive side before she touched it again, but not the case. So Calvillo now on the service here for Eastmont with the game tied at 5. Softer serve this time. Valdez Torres down to a knee. Now to Shelton. I think this went outside of the antenna. No, they're just going to say 2 hits, so you don't even need to worry about that. Point to Eastmont. Deep serve again for Eastmont. Up front the rotation. Here's Shelton, but there right is the fence. That is Eastmont's upper line. Moses Lake gets it back over. There's a set, and if you try to go across, did Ashlyn Grasseth. A little bit too wide, though. Goes out of bounds. Point to Moses Lake. Chiefs will rotate again. Sydney Thomas in, and Cece Trinovan comes out. No rotation, no substitution for Eastmont. And the service here will be by Thomas. Just to Grasseth, the point. Quality striking of the ball here by Eastmont this evening. Just will come out. In comes Isabel Massey along with Rachel Hamilton. Service will be by Hamilton. The 5'6" sophomore approaches. Striking it quickly. Valdez Torres on the back line. They'll rotate it back around, and a little miscommunication there. Calvillo was going backwards and Hamilton going forward. May have been Hamilton that should have taken that ball, but point will be to Moses Lake. Chiefs again bringing in Melissa Carlson to serve. Also, Morgan Ross will align herself along the front. And Carlson again will switch sides. Right-handed serve from the left side will go to the right side of the defense. They'll rotate it around, and Eastmont with a beautiful cross court. No, they're going to say it's out of bounds off of the strike by Sarah Peterson. So a point to Moses Lake. And again, the Chiefs lead this one 8-7. Second time here all night long, the Chiefs have been on the plus side of the scoreboard. Again, Carlson with the service. Backline, it will go to Peterson. Up front, here's the kill attempt. They'll go cross from Massey. Up front, and beautiful strike of the ball by Moses Lake's Morgan Ross for the point. Ross, the 5'6" freshman, coming through with a cross-court kill. 9-7 the score. As Melissa Carlson continues on the service. Tough one to return for Eastmont. They're scrambling kind of out of rotation again. They do get it across by Massey. Back line up front, it comes to Thomas. And now the kill attempt by the freshman again, Morgan Ross. Eastmont is there this time. Little punch across by Massey. Back line it goes. Calvillo is there. The set by Hamilton. Moses Lake on the volley, and a kill attempt at the net again by Morgan Ross. Falls in for a point for the Chiefs. 10-7 Moses Lake. Great few exchanges here for the freshman Morgan Ross. Carlson back line there for Eastmont is Woolsborne. A touch at the line by Woolsborne. I thought she went under the net. Now a block at the net on the shot by Ross. Grasseth is there side by side with Massey. And they put up the wall, and it falls in for Eastmont.
Central Wildcats, number 6, Tori Woolsborne.
So Tori Woolsborne will have the service opportunity as they trail it by 2 to Eastmont. This will go into the net. A point for the Chiefs. Their largest lead of the night now at 3. Substitution for Eastmont as Catherine Loomis will replace Tori Woolsborne. Jaslyn Valdez-Torres will be the server here for the Moses Lake Chiefs. Down the line it goes. Eastmont, good job returning it by Loomis. They'll get it up front just enough for Peterson to get it over the net. Now Ross, flat-footed, right-handed strike attempt, hits the net right below the antenna. And that's about the tightest part of the net you'll find, and only about 2 feet from the post, stuck into the floor here at Eastmont High School. Ashlyn Grasseth now on the service, trailing it by 2, 11-9. Down the line she'll go. Back line it'll come to Carlson. They got it across, and a point. No, they're going to say it's outside the antenna. That's what the officials say. Jen Gehring thought it was a great point for her team, but no, it is a ball outside the antenna. So it's a point for Eastmont, trailing it by 1 now. Grasseth on the serve. Ticks the top of the net. Carlson back there. Now Ross up front. And we're going to get 2 hits whistled, I think, against Carlson on the set attempt. Was it Carlson or maybe Thomas? Nonetheless, 2 hits called. Tied up at 11. Here in the third game tonight, Eastmont winning the first 2. Boy, this one caroms off the top of the net, loses all of its momentum. Flat-footed hit, and awkwardly it goes off of Ross's fist, out of bounds. Point to the Wildcats, so they've come back to retake the lead here after trailing it by 3 moments ago. They've scored 4 in a row. Grasseth back line, and that's out. Too deep. Good communication on Moses Lake's side of the net as Valdez-Torres was taking a look. She got a little help from her coach as well as her teammates saying, no, it's long, and it certainly was. Substitutions as Sydney McDonald will drop back to serve now for Moses Lake as we're all tied at 12. Back line for Eastmont. There's Loomis. Front line, and Moses Lake was able to counter and get it across somehow. My goodness. Ross at the nets. Calvillo with the set. Massey's hit too deep. Out of bounds. Point to the Chiefs. Well, Jen Gehring knows that she's up against it with a bunch of young players, but they are learning as they go, and they're learning with every serve. Down the line it goes. Eastmont is there. Reverse set is there for Massey. And a point to the Wildcats. And a little spice coming out of the Wildcat bench. We'll get a substitution here as Riley Hirsch will come back into the lineup. So too will Elena Just. And Just will be the server as we're tied at 13. A baker's dozen per side. Service down the line for Just. Road Moses Lake. The return person got it back. That's Tinneman. Carlson couldn't handle it on the back line off the hit up front for Eastmont, and so the point goes to the Wildcats. Eastmont on top again, 14-13. Elena Just on the service here for Eastmont. Down the line it comes. Moses Lake, Carlson has it. Now getting it across is Ross. Down to a knee for Eastmont goes Loomis. The kill attempt is by Hirsch, and this kill by Ross is too strong. It sails out of bounds. Another point for Eastmont. Well, the freshman certainly found the recipe of success with the first couple of goes, but that cross-court hit a little bit too strong now. Service by Just. Back line Valdez-Torres. And the scramble. Ross underhanded, get it back over. Back line to Calvillo. The set up front for the kill attempt by Peterson. Valdez-Torres gets it back over to Calvillo in the back row. The set, the kill attempt by Hirsch, and it's in. It takes the set to start it, and the kill by Hirsch, and another point to Eastmont. 16-13. Jubilation erupts from the Wildcat side. Elena Just serving all the points right now for Eastmont. Back line it goes. That may have been deep, and that's going to be a point. That'll go down as an ace, and we're going to get a timeout taken by Moses Lake. We'll take a 30-second break as well on the broadcast and come back. 17-13 our score here in the third game. Eastmont trying to wrap it up. We'll come back right after this.
Highlander Golf Course is proud to announce their 2 new state-of-the-art full-swing golf simulators with over 80 courses of virtual golf to choose from year-round. Or try their Laser Shot simulated firearm program, or gaming with football, basketball, and much more. Enjoy Highlander food and drink service from their full-service bar and grill in the comfort of their simulator room. Call the Highlander Pro Shop to book your time at 884-4653. That's 884-4653.
Well, the service in by Eastmont as we come back from commercial break. Moses Lake gets it back over. The volley continues. The reverse set here, and Trinneman got it back over. Nice diving attempt by Loomis for Eastmont to keep it alive. Now to Ross. Ross blocked at the net, and we're going to get a point to the Wildcats on a double hit by Morgan Ross. The wall set up across the net by Eastmont with Peterson up front, along with Riley Hirsch there. Here's the service by Just. Good return for Moses Lake. Carlson from the back line and got it in. Melissa Carlson with the point for the Chiefs. Found the hole in the pond on the other side of the net. Ross will come out. Get a congratulatory fist bump from Jen Gehringer, head coach. Meanwhile, back to serve will be Tegan Wiltbank. Wiltbank to Calvillo. The set by Just, the kill attempt across by Peterson, and that's a point for Eastmont. Substitution, Catherine Loomis out of the lineup, and back in comes Tori Woolsborne, as it'll be Sarah Peterson back to serve. Eastmont 6 away from winning it, 3 straight here tonight. Valdez-Torres is there. Up front it'll go, and Trinneman got it across. Now the set up front by Just, and the kill up front by Bennett, I believe. Let me check the numbers here. Yes, that was Emma Bennett on the kill. on the nice set there by Elena Just. And the service by Peterson. Oh, nice cross-court soft serve. But it was Sydney McDonald with the kill. She'll find the back corner and interrupt things here for Eastmont. As Moses Lake leads at trails at 20-15. They'll get the service back as Callie Randall heads back to serve. Randall served down the line. There is Peterson up front to Just. Cross court on the kill. And right there, Riley Hirsch. Hirsch replaced by Grasseth as Brenda Calvillo has a chance to go full circle tonight. She placed 17 serves in, 17 points for Eastmont on the win in game one. Here's Shelton, too deep. Good idea by Samantha Shelton, but her shot too deep and a point to Eastmont. Wildcats lead at 22-15. Again, Brenda Calvillo, who's been fantastic tonight at the serve. Back line to Valdez Torres. Up front, the rotation. Shelton got it across. Shelton had a chance at it, but a nice backhanded tip at the line across the net by Elena Just. And a point for the Wildcats. Calvillo. Valdez Torres. Up front, McDonald. And we're going to get a point here as coming over the top of the net that time was Eastmont. Rotation here for the Chiefs. Sydney Thomas will come back in, and Turnerman will take a seat. Thomas will head back to serve, trying to save the bacon here for the Chiefs as they trail at 23-16. Service down the line is good. Set, Grasseth, the touch, the point. Ashlyn Grasseth has been all over the floor tonight here for Eastmont. Just and Hirsch out. Isabel Massey in along with Rachel Hamilton, and it'll be Hamilton back to serve. 1 point away from winning it here for Eastmont. Rachel Hamilton on the service. Down the line it goes. Back line. Up front, tough rotation. Under the net will go Moses Lake, and that will be a point to Eastmont, and the Wildcats are going to win it. Reagan Hoffines was out of control just trying to help the Chiefs' cause there, and she went under the net, and so that will do it tonight as Eastmont wins the final one 25-16. To give Moses Lake credit, they got better as the night progressed. Our broadcast tonight brought to you by Save Mart. Shop smart, shop local, serving the Wenatchee Valley since 1962. Also by Earthwise Pet. If your pet had a choice, they'd choose Earthwise. We'll take a 2-minute break and come back. Your postgame show coming up here on the NCWLIFE Channel as the Eastmont Wildcats take care of the Moses Lake Chiefs in 3 straight, 25-2, 10, and 16. We're back with the postgame show right after this.
Wenatchee Power Sports not only has a new owner, but an all-new attitude to match. Speaking of attitude, check out the 2021 models arriving now. Polaris snowmobiles, ATVs and side-by-sides. Yamaha motorcycles, watercraft ATVs and side-by-sides. KTM motorcycles and the latest edition Beta high-performance motorcycles. Coming this fall, a huge demo event featuring the latest and hottest off-road machines. It's all at the Retune Wenatchee Power Sports, where maximum performance is a way of life. 3031 GS Center Road in North Wenatchee, open Tuesday through Saturday.
JDSA Law is a proud sponsor of these local sports broadcasts. They've been serving North Central and Eastern Washington since 1946. For over 70 years, their team of dedicated professionals has delivered quality, innovative legal services. JDSA Law partners with you to provide the finest legal advice and support as you navigate your personal and business challenges, risks, and accomplishments. At JDSA Law, they salute our local athletes and wish them well on another excellent season of competition.
Take on the new year in a new Ford from Pat Armstrong Ford. From premium grade muscle to unparalleled performance. Take on any payload. The all-new 2021 Ford F-150 at Pat Armstrong Ford. Take on any adventure. Take on every thrill. The all-new 2021 Bronco Sport and 2021 Mustang Mach-E. Built to take on every resolution at Pat Armstrong Ford. We are community strong in East Wenatchee.
At Earthwise Pet, we take an all-natural approach to wellness and nutrition. Our professional certified groomers were trained by the best in the Pacific Northwest. Our staff here at Earthwise Pet are all certified in pet nutrition. We are here to help you select the perfect food, supplement, and anything else you may need to make sure your pet is living its best and most healthy life. Earthwise Pet, Nutrition Center and Wellness Spa. Online or in the store, we are here for you.
By working together as a community, we can all play a part in promoting children's well-being and strengthening families. April is National Child Abuse Prevention Month. Chelan Douglas CASA is dedicated to supporting families and reducing the risk of child abuse and neglect. Join us in our community-wide Pinwheel project and help keep kids safe. If you suspect a child is being abused or neglected, please call 1-866-363-4276.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you get 35 years of experience and customer service in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's friendly staff strongly believe in repairing before replacing and service all major brands of HVAC units. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning is your local, independent, trained comfort specialists, proudly serving all of North Central Washington. Call 884-6444 today.
Welcome back here on the postgame show on the NCWLIFE Channel as the Eastmont Wildcats win their 8th in a row after opening loss to Chelan. They've been perfect ever since, downing Moses Lake tonight, 3-0. We've got Ashlyn Grasseth and Brenda Calvillo joining us here on the postgame show. First of all, in that first game for Eastmont, I had you for 17 points in a row. I don't know if you guys had that or not, but talk about that serve and how hard that is. They took 2 timeouts on you, yet you're still able to do it.
Just kind of focused on getting the ball over the net and in the court wherever coach tells me to put it. It's about kind of all you can do and just hope it goes in.
So tell me, I was talking about it for people that are non-volleyball people, but a jump serve is not an easy serve, is it?
No. I just kind of tell myself, same as always, is the first thing I tell myself right before I toss the ball, and just do my techniques and everything I've learned.
Now, one thing that folks watching at home might think is that your coach is too hot because she keeps pulling her shirt out like this. She's actually telling you guys where to serve, right?
Yes, that's correct. She puts a number up, she puts seams, and we know each number on the court, that's where you serve.
Well, I'll tell you what, you got a lot of hump up front here, Ashlyn Grasseth. We could have picked a lot of you guys to bring on the postgame show, but how important is it for you guys to play that well up front?
I'd say it's pretty important. Like, we can't really do our job unless the back row does theirs, but in the end, like, our job is what finishes it.
I was mentioning during the broadcast that you guys were striking the ball real well. Started, of course, with a return, but then it just seemed that your rotation was just the way you wanted it tonight. Is that true?
Yeah, the rotation was really strong with Brenda serving. Everyone was getting it in the court, finding the spots that were open.
How fun is that for you guys up front when you get that going like that?
It's really fun. Just super exciting.
So I got to ask you, how is it that you guys are able to play so well when you really didn't have an off season? We had the whole COVID shutdown and 16 months without volleyball. I mean, how hard was that?
It's really hard, especially we have a bunch of underclassmen playing with us this year. Definitely lots of changes, but just stay focused and practice. And we have club practice, previous tournaments, so most of us were already playing, but it was definitely a challenge in the beginning, especially against Chelan. We were struggling, but we definitely pulled through towards the Wenatchee game.
Yeah, speaking of, you got Wenatchee on Saturday. How much are you guys excited about that one?
I'm really excited because it's like at their court, you know, instead of at home.
Well, congratulations, ladies, on the win tonight. Sweeping Moses Lake 3-0. Ashlyn Grasseth and Brenda Calvillo joining us. We're going to talk to their coach and see what she has to say about their play. Corinne Davis, when we come back here on the postgame show next on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Come on, I'm a certified technician. I was trained to take good care of you.
9. I've only been to the dealer.
I've been coming here for years. These guys are great.
Look around. The BMW, the Jag, the Volvo, they're all waiting for regular service. Well, the BMW has a little computer issue, but that's nothing we can't handle. Come on in.
From regular maintenance to computer troubleshooting, trust the Global Car Care technicians with your import, diesel-powered, or domestic vehicle. Global Car Care. They speak your car's language.
Dankeschön.
Hi, I'm Shauna Larson. I'm the designated broker here at Laura Mounter Real Estate. We are a locally owned firm, and we've worked hard to earn our reputation of always doing business the right way. Laura Mounter Real Estate is continually investing in the best technologies and highest quality marketing. For these reasons, our community has voted us the world's best real estate office for the past 5 years. If you have real estate needs, let a Laura Mounter Real Estate agent show you the difference.
Save Mart is the place to go if you are in the market for home furnishings. They have rows and rows of sofas, love seats, recliners, and chairs in a vast array of fabrics and colors. Name brands include Ashley, Best, and Stanton. With pictures, lamps, and tables to complement your new furniture, Save Mart is a one-stop shop. Save Mart offers 12-month special financing on approval of credit. Save Mart also offers free delivery, setup, and haul away in their service area. Serving the Wenatchee Valley for over 50 years. Located on North Wenatchee Avenue, or visit online at savemart.net.
If you're like me, you're already dreaming about the summer, enjoying it with friends and family in the backyard. Don't get discouraged with the chilly breeze of spring just yet. There is still work to be done, and the warmer temperatures are just around the corner. If you've been thinking about when to get your backyard ready for summer, come on down to Blue Lagoon, now scheduling pool openings. Ask us why we think you should open your pool sooner rather than later. Call today. Scheduling is filling up fast.
Doghouse Motorsports just won Best Motorsports Store for the 7th year in a row. Is it the great facility? Is it the fantastic products? Or is it?
I'm Bobby.
And I'm Tabor.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Glenn.
Hi, I'm Todd.
I'm Jeff.
And this is the Doghouse Service Team.
Hi, I'm Dee.
And I'm Dwayne.
And I'm Kathy.
Come on in and experience the Doghouse.
Are you in the doghouse?
Welcome back here on the postgame show as the Eastmont Wildcats knock off the Moses Lake Chiefs tonight, 25-2, 10 and 16. Give the Chiefs credit for coming back in that third game. They actually had the lead for a couple of moments there. Talking with Corinne Davis, head coach for Eastmont. Well, you wanted to get the girls up, get them in and out of here, and get ready for Wenatchee. How was your assessment of your team tonight?
As you just read the scores, 10-16, we definitely started strong and set the pace at the beginning, and then we just kind of, I don't know, just it is hard to keep that up pace, and I think they just kind of decided to kind of coast. I was proud of them, though, for coming back in that third set, because I wasn't so sure. Thought maybe we were going to go to 4 there for a minute, not going to lie.
Let's talk about, we had her here on the postgame show. Brenda Calvillo served 17 points straight in the midst of 2 timeouts. Now, how hard is that to come back after a break like that and still continue serving that well?
Well, coming back from just 1 timeout, no matter how many serves you've served, is always a kind of a toss-up. It doesn't usually go in the favor of the server. And so for her to do that twice and 17 in a row, I don't know many high schoolers that would be able to do that. I was very, very impressed with that. Very level-headed, get that ball in the court.
Well, I thought that your ball rotation, your body rotation was great, especially those first 2 games. Your front line also, I thought, played really well here tonight.
Yes, they did a much better job. We set a goal this game to kind of one and done. So 1 pass set hit, try to put it in a hole and not to somebody. Because when we played Moses Lake last time, we hit it a lot to the girls. And so their goal was to not do that this time. And I think they did a much better job with that especially.
Well, you don't have a lot of senior leadership on this team, but I'm sure having a gal like Elena Just best out there certainly helps.
Oh, yes, definitely. She definitely knows how to move the ball around and definitely knows how to direct the traffic.
Ashlyn Grasseth, I was impressed with her clear back her sophomore year, and now, of course, she's out there as a junior, and just the right touch, and she has that good vision.
Oh, yes, definitely. And she knows how to run the quicks and find the ball easy with her blocking, and she puts that ball away hard and down, and there's definitely not very many middles in our league that can do that, especially at her age.
Well, congratulations on the win here tonight. I know you're all excited about Saturday, and we'll be there to be courtside to see how you guys do, not only against Wenatchee later in the day, but you got a tough one to start the day, too.
Yes, I'm hoping we can, now that we're a little further in the season, kind of put up a little bit better fight against Chelan this time, too.
Yeah, Chelan, they'll play at 2:30. We'll have the 6:30 game against Wenatchee here live on the NCWLIFE Channel. We'll come back and wrap up our broadcast. Corinne, thank you so much. We'll see you on Saturday.
Thank you.
You bet. Corinne Davis joining us here on the postgame show. We'll come back and wrap it up right after this on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Wenatchee Power Sports not only has a new owner, but an all-new attitude to match. Speaking of attitude, check out the 2021 models arriving now. Polaris snowmobiles, ATVs and side-by-sides. Yamaha motorcycles, watercraft ATVs and side-by-sides. KTM motorcycles and the latest edition Beta high-performance motorcycles. Coming this fall, a huge demo event featuring the latest and hottest off-road machines. It's all at the retuned Wenatchee Power Sports, where maximum performance is a way of life. 3031 GS Center Road in North Wenatchee, open Tuesday through Saturday.
One more time around here at Eastmont High School, as the gym has emptied out. They've even cut the music off, for goodness sakes. They're already done cleaning up, and we're still here. But thank you very much for tuning in tonight as Eastmont takes care of Moses Lake to improve to 8-1 on the season. They have won 8 straight after falling to Chelan in the opener. They'll have that rematch with Chelan coming up Saturday at 2:30 at Wenatchee High School. Again, the final scores tonight, 25, 2, 10, and 16, as the Wildcats take care of business here at home tonight. I want to thank our crew for helping us. Josiah Davison is our line producer here. We've got our cameramen on site as well. Will Vanderzee, as well as Levi Day, and of course Malcolm Whitehall running things back in the studios. I'm Eric Granstrom. That's going to wrap it up for our broadcast here tonight. Don't forget, high school football coming up on Friday. It's Eastmont and Ephrata, and then double dip on Saturday with Moses Lake and Wenatchee soccer at 1 o'clock. And then Saturday night at 6:30, we'll have Wenatchee and Eastmont volleyball right here on your home for local sports, the NCWLIFE Channel. Have a good night, everybody.
Counterplay inside, picking his way back to the 10, to the 5, into the...
Thanks for watching High School Sports on your home for local high school sports, the NCWLIFE Channel. Today's broadcast was brought to you by August Edge Real Estate, Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, Confluence Health, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Doghouse Motorsports, Global Car Care, the Highlander Golf Course and Grill, JDSA Law, Laura Mounter Real Estate, Les Schwab Tires, One Way Construction, Pat Armstrong Ford Lincoln, Save Mart, Sangster Motors, Wenatchee Power Sports, Earthwise Pet, and Chelan Douglas Casa. Stay with us all year long for high school sports on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel. We now return to regular programming already in progress.